kindergartner given poisonous candies where? Well, you see the lockers. It happened at school. Nellie Stone Johnson Elementary School in Minneapolis. Coming under scrutiny now by the local community after 6-year-old kindergartner Takaya Hodges Listenby, on the left there, was allegedly poisoned by a classmate during school hours. Takaya's mother, Rachel Hodges, on the right, telling reporters last week that on Monday, May 6th, she received a call from the school telling her Takaya had thrown up and appeared to be having seizures. Imagine sending your child to school and getting a call like that.
With millions watching and many people benefiting from this program called Indisputable, we just need 1% of the viewers to become a paid member so we can continue to bring this content to you. Now back to the show.
When Hodges arrived, Takaya was shaking, having trouble walking, disoriented. I can't look, this sweet face. The mother said she didn't know who I was. Hodges told local station WCCO. She didn't know my mom. She has a twin. She didn't know him. I've never even seen a child act that way, she continued. And it's just sad because she's scared of me and I'm her mom. During the broadcast, video recorded by Hodges showed the kindergartner shaking and making disconcerting facial expressions. According to the posts on Hodges' social media account, the school did not call emergency medical services. Mom drove her little girl to the local hospital's emergency room instead. According to Hodges, the doctors immediately ruled out a seizure, and they're still waiting on blood work results to determine the medical cause of her symptoms. And a black star with the details. Takaya told her mother another child in her class gave her brightly colored pills, telling her it's candy. But she pranked me, Takaya said to the CBS affiliate WCCO. After I ate them, she said, just kidding. They're poisonous candies. My body was hurting, and yeah, it was scary. Takaya's symptoms included episodes of bizarre behavior, mood changes, hallucinations that are still continuing on and off, according to her mom. After the incident, the police assessed Takaya and noticed her eyes were dilated. Her eyes were crossed and bugged really big, and they knew she had to have ingested something she shouldn't have, said Hodges. Spokesperson for the Minneapolis police stated, in accordance with normal procedure for processing a report involving young children, this case has been referred to Child Protective Services. MPD will continue to partner with CPS as the case moves forward. Many in the local community are outraged. Hodges' voice is chief among them, questioning how this could have happened on school grounds, much less in a kindergarten class. On her official Facebook account, the shaken mother asked people to step forward with information and blasted the school for alleged negligence. Quote, a kindergartner forced my daughter to take a street drug in class when the teacher stepped out of the room, then bullied and punched her. He told her it was candy and would give her superpowers. He said would black her eye if she wouldn't eat it. My 6-year-old overdosed and had a seizure at school. Nobody knew why my daughter was having seizures and throwing up. No EMS was called. I transported my own kid to the ER while shaking and in shock. She is still not herself. Please share. Parents need to know what is going on at Nellie Stone Johnson, Minneapolis Public Schools, Nellie Stone Johnson Community Schools. I want to know what you think about the story thus far, Jackson.
I mean, this is like one of those worst case scenario type of things. You know, you hear about Halloween candies getting poisoned, but, you know, a lot of that is just in the back of your mind. Stuff like this doesn't really happen every day. This reminds me of, I can't remember what state it was, but there was a little girl whose like finger got cut off or something. And nobody called the parents or the hospital. I think her finger got slammed in the door or something. That I can't recall, but I know we covered that on this show before. I mean, this has all types of liabilities in it. If a kindergartner gave this girl these drugs, then I would assume that that kindergartner's parents should be held to account. Like, How does this kid have these drugs? Why do they even know about it? In terms of like a lawsuit that could be brought up. But also, too, why would you not call the hospital? Why would you not call EMS? Like that should be the very first thing on your mind. So there's just so many people who are wrong in this scenario. And again, like how do you respond to that if you're this little girl's mother or father? You know, what do you really do? How can you not be totally outraged? So my question is, what's up with this kindergartner's parents? How did he even get the candy? And I think they should be tried in a case for sure.
Yeah, and there's more to this story. It's unbelievable. As a mother, a single mom, if I send my daughter to school, Jackson, listen, you get calls sometimes. Kids get sick. It happens. You got to come pick up your child. It's not what we're talking about here. It's unbelievable. They didn't rush this child to the emergency room. It is also unclear why Hodges' description of the incident on social media differs slightly from the one her daughter described to reporters. A reporter from WCCO said he had contacted and emailed Minneapolis Public Schools multiple times for comment. Minneapolis Public Schools responded to WCCO's request for comment on Thursday, May 9th with the following. Let's put it up. Minneapolis Public Schools prioritizes the safety of all of our students and takes all concerns related to safety seriously. I'm obligated to read the rest of this statement, but I'm already ticked off.
Right.
I'm already sincerely ticked off. I'm so tired of this common line that's pushed out despite the worst circumstances. You didn't get the child to the emergency room. So no, you don't prioritize the safety of all students. You don't. You didn't in this case. Something's up. As I said, I'm obligated to read the rest of it. Due to data privacy laws, we're unable to disclose specific details relating to this incident. However, the matter is being investigated, and we are working closely with those who are directly impacted. MPS will also work cooperatively with law enforcement and other agencies as appropriate. We are committed to ensuring a safe and welcoming learning environment for all of our students and families. I may have been able to swallow the statement whole if they would have ended with the word now, as if perhaps they made changes. But as it stands, I can't eat that statement up. I can't. Minneapolis Public Schools is overseen by Superintendent Dr. Lisa Sales Adams and Principal Kelly Wright. She leads Nellie Stone Johnson Elementary School. Hodges also alleged on social media that the school denied the incident happened, saying it was a misunderstanding. Please say you didn't. Please say you didn't do that. Recent Facebook post from May 12th, Kaya's aunt, Brittany Alexander, shared, "My day is complete. My niece is having a good day today. Kaya is a strong girl." Well, thank goodness she's a strong girl, Jackson. This is horrible to consider just face value. But it's always what happens next. This statement that says we are doing everything in our power and we always have. That's basically paraphrasing, but that's what they're saying here. And the principal, the superintendent, and something about putting out, misunderstanding. If it's your kid, is it misunderstanding? You know what kind of pain it is when you ingest poison and that little body? I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, if I was her parents, and I won't be surprised if we do see this. I would sue the pants off of the school district, because how else are you going to show that you're sorry? How else are you really going to show that you do have students' first interest and well, rather best interest at heart? How else can you really prove that other than making this family whole in some type of brand way? Because now this is kind of a part of the Minneapolis school brands. Like, we don't really care. We're just kind of going through the motions. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, what? The very first thing I would do, even if I was on the street, if I saw some kid like having a hard time, I would freak out. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, somebody call. If I couldn't call it, I'd tell somebody else to call. I would drop everything to try to save this child. Instead, unfortunately, it looks like they tried to cover it up. But like I said, I hope that her parents sue this school district for millions of dollars.
Yeah.
I really do.
And until we learn otherwise, that's exactly what it seems like. I can't understand why adults seeing a child in clear health crisis would not do all they could except hovering, CYA. That's unless we learn otherwise, like someone wasn't at their station, someone didn't understand, but the mother was cold. So you knew something was wrong. It's another one we'll keep following. I too hope she sues, but I'm just most pleased that it appears Takaya is doing better.